Okay, guys, so it is, and I guess I could come on here with a little bit more enthusiasm, right? Good morning, babes. It's Wednesday morning, and I've come back from the gym. Excuse me if y'all can hear that. My stomach is making all kinds of noises. Anyway, I just wanted to come at you guys and chat a little bit. I'm getting ready to get in the shower. I just got back from the gym. And so I have made some decisions. I hope you guys can hear me over the water. Like I said, I'm getting ready to get in the shower, so I want to wash my face and everything. But I have made some decisions with regards to, drum roll please, yeah, semaglutide. I can turn that off right quick. So, and the reason, I'll tell you guys the reason I came to the conclusion in a minute as well. But I think I'm going to not be taking it anymore. And so, you guys know that the very, very first time I ever took the semaglutide, I took a little too much. And so, you know, I had a real bad experience, real adverse experience, you know, with just taking too much of the semaglutide. All right, so back to what I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted. The semaglutide. So I don't, well, like I said, the first time I took it, I had not so good of an experience. And so I skipped that next week, or the next 2 weeks, I think. And then I started taking it again. Is that my neck? Y'all see that shit? Look at that. Oh, Anyway. Yeah, that shit disturbing. Just noticed it too. Anyway, so I skipped it the second 2 times, and then I finally took it that third time, well, 4th time. And so I've been taking it weekly ever since. I haven't gone up on those. Well, I started out with 5, then I went to 10, 15, and then now I'm at 20. And so I've been at 20 for how long? The last month. Or maybe 5 weeks, I've been at 20. I haven't gone up. I just stayed at the same dosage because it was working. It suppresses my appetite very well, and I thought I was good. So fast forward to Saturday or Sunday. Now, I can say that I haven't had any side effects. After that first time, that was it. No side effects, no problems whatsoever. Okay, so then, like I said, fast forward to Saturday. So Saturday, I got up as normal, took the dogs out, did everything, fixed myself some breakfast. So I had a little piece of chicken breast that I had prepared during one of my meal preps. And then I had some little pancakes by Jimmy Dean, little miniature pancakes. They come in a little pack of 5, I think, and you put them in the microwave. And so yeah, anyway, so I ate the chicken, and I ate, I think, maybe 1 of the pancakes. I didn't eat all of them. And so I figure maybe about 30 minutes or so after eating it, you know, my stomach started feeling really like gassy or whatever. Now, mind you, the day before, which was Saturday, I took my shot. I usually take it on Fridays, but I forgot to take it, or I fell asleep or something like that, because I usually like to take it at night. But so happened, like I said, I got up Saturday and I decided I was going to take it then. So I went ahead, took the shot, and then, you know, went about my day. My day was fine and everything. So the next day, Sunday, is when I'm telling you about me eating, and then 30 minutes later, my stomach started feeling all gassy and whatnot. So I typically have like a real messed up stomach, like GERD and indigestion, just, you know, just the whole damn 9 yards. So with that being said, I usually take like a Prevacid, Prilosec, the one that what is it, Omoxicillin? Something like that, that was prescribed by my doctor. So anyway, I had stopped taking that I had run out and I hadn't got any more prescriptions, no refills or whatever. And so I stopped taking that. And so I was thinking like, okay, you know, maybe I need to take something, maybe a Pepto-Bismol or something, because that'll get my stomach right before it totally just like, anyway, took the Pepto-Bismol, did not work. I started feeling more and more nauseous. Before I knew it, my mouth was watering, and I guess you know the rest. That was it. And yeah, so that happened. I felt a little better after that happened. Of course, you know, once you tend to get it off your stomach, you tend to feel better, usually. So, you know, that happened, and I felt better right away. And then all of a sudden, you know, I go to lay down and kind of just, you know, just make sure my stomach gets right. And it got back hot. It was like hot, heated to the, like, just fiery. And so I got my garbage can and, you know, went into the room and tried to, you know, lean up against the bed while not really lying down. But of course, you know, I went again. And so that was that. So just everything about Sunday was aggravating. The noise, you know, my grandbaby running around, you know. All right, I'm back. So anyway, like I was saying, the dogs were making noise. Everything, the light coming through the windows was just aggravating. I was in that much pain. So I have a rug on my floor in the bathroom here, which was all kinds of unsanitary. And I know, so you don't have to remind me. But what I did was I took one of my robes and I laid it down on the rug. And so I lay down on the rug and had my daughter come in and bring me one of my comforters and put it over me. And that seemed to be the most time that I wasn't experiencing pain. I was able to get a little sleep. So this occurred maybe about, I want to say 6 maybe. So I woke up, it was maybe about 9 o'clock. Still, stomach still on fire. Had the garbage can and everything still in here with me. So I go again. So by this time, it's almost 10 o'clock at night. And this has been going on all day long. My stomach is steady on fire, burning. I'm steady just letting everything up. By this time now, I have nothing left on my stomach. So I go ahead and, you know, I made the decision. You know, my aunt's calling. She's all concerned and everything. So I went ahead and told my daughter, hey, I'm going to go ahead and go to the hospital. I'm going to go to the emergency room, and because there has to be something wrong. There has to be an obstruction. There has to be something wrong with my stomach. So I go to the emergency room. I go in. When I tell you, I can't even show you guys now, but first of all, I had all these leads on me. Never used any of them. They stuck me a minimum of 6 times trying to get an IV. Now, I can say that I was very, very dehydrated. So I'm not saying that's anything against the medical staff or anything like that. It finally took this one nurse to come in, and she was able to just get it right here in my hand. You can probably still see where it was put in. So she finally got it right there. They tried in this hand. They tried right here. They tried up here. They tried up here in my armpits. So it might have been one, because they tried on each side the same number of times. So 2, 4, 6, probably about 8 times before they were actually able, well, 7. And then that 8th time she was able to get the IV. Now they were able to get draw blood. They were able to draw blood from this arm, but for whatever reason, every time they tried to push through anything, any fluids or whatnot, it just blew my vein, and it puffed up really, really bad. So she was able to get the IV in, and that's when I started feeling any relief. They had given me a shot in my hip, something for nausea. I'm not sure what it was. They said it was Zofran, but it did not work. It didn't work. I was there in pain, like just retching pain, sitting in a chair, because they had me in a recliner instead of like an actual hospital bed. It was just in the emergency room. So finally they got the IV in, and I was able to catch a few Z's, because I think the doctor said that the medicine does make you sleepy. So I ended up going to sleep, and, you know, felt much better. I went and had the contrast test. They didn't see anything, no obstructions. He did say that I was full of poop, like full, like just full. So I knew right then, and I kind of knew because I hadn't been going to the bathroom like a whole lot, but I don't normally anyway. So to double that with, you know, not going to the bathroom and, you know, my system is slowed down because of the semaglutide, that all played a part in it as well. So end up, the diagnosis was nothing. Just a bug, maybe something that just passed, that will pass, right? So he gave me the Zofran. I took that, and he ended up giving me another dose of Zofran in my IV before I left, because I wasn't going to be able to get my prescription filled until the next day. So I got that, and I came home. I was fine. Now the next day, which was Monday, I had off from work because of course I spent the whole night in the ER, and so I had off for 2 days. They gave me a 2-day notice, 2 days that I could be off. And so, yeah, and all day yesterday, I've been afraid to eat. I had a little bit of chicken broth, well, like the noodle soup. I had a little bit of the broth on it and about 2 crackers or something. But I've been afraid to eat. Okay, so anyway, I'm back. So again, today I attempted again with the soup. And I have been, I went and got some Gatorade, and I have a thing of Miralax that I have been mixing into the Gatorade and then just drinking it. I had my cup in here somewhere, but I've been drinking it just every day. I drink a glass of it. And, you know, if I'm able to go, I know it's TMI, but if I'm able, you know, usually it's just a little, you know, it's not anything to really make a dent in anything, especially the way he says that I was all backed up. But, so I guess that is my experience. So then what led to me thinking or just feeling like I needed to stop the semaglutide is that I have a friend, and she too takes the semaglutide, and she has a friend that takes semaglutide. And so maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks ago, she was mentioning to me that her friend had she had to go to the hospital, and they had diagnosed her with colitis. So they had admitted her, and she stayed for a couple of days, you know. They got her right, and then, you know, of course she went home, but she was told not to take the semaglutide. And so when she said that, it just rang a bell in my head, thinking that, you know, maybe I shouldn't take this stuff anymore, because like the first time, I know it was because I took too much, but it was so reminiscent of that moment. It was like, oh no, this can't be happening again. I had nothing on my stomach left to Earl, and yet that's what my body wanted to do. So I just made the conscious decision on my own. Hey, I'm not going to take that anymore. And just as I made that decision, my friend, the one I was saying, who has the friend, she had an episode last night where the exact same thing happened. And she also mentioned, well, she's a healthcare professional. She works at a hospital. And so she happened to mention that there was a doctor there stating that, you know, there were a number of people that were dying from like Ozempic. Now, I know that Ozempic, semaglutide, you know, Wegovy, all of those things pretty much have the same makeup of ingredients as to how it works. And so he says that these deaths are not being reported, that, you know, but this is happening, you know, and because there are so many different side effects and nobody knows exactly what, you know, how many side effects there are. Of course, we know the ones that are, you know, I guess more common, but then there are others, obviously. So anyway, she had an episode, like I said, last night. And so if I hadn't made up my mind like the other day, I definitely made up my mind today. Like, that is nothing I want to go through. I am down to 171.6, and that's down from 215. So I think I've put a good dent in my weight loss. I still work out, so I go 5 days a week. So I'm going to have to maintain my weight loss with working out, eating healthier. One thing with the semi-glutide is that I didn't have to think anything about it. It was just, you know, senseless, right? I didn't have to think about anything. I just took the shot, and everything else was done. I didn't have to watch what I ate, because even if I ate something that wasn't altogether good for me, it wasn't but a little bit that I was even able to eat anyway. So now I'm going to have to take more accountability as to what I'm eating, make sure that I have smaller portions. Well, small portions are not really a thing that I worry about, because I only eat in small portions with my stomach issues. So yeah, that's the decision I've made. I just wanted to come at you guys and kind of give you a rundown of, you know, what's been going on, where I've been. I've been MIA for at least a day, I know. And I try to get some footage in every day, if not, you know, every other day. But I was missing for what, Saturday, Sunday. No, not Saturday, maybe. I know definitely I was missing for Sunday, and then Monday. I think yesterday I wasn't on here either. I think I came on and just to kind of say, because yesterday I did go to the gym, so I was feeling well enough to go to the gym. I didn't do much. Just kind of worked my legs or whatever, but I don't want to get out of the routine, so I did go ahead and go. And then, of course, I did go this morning. So I'm feeling pretty good. I haven't tried to eat anything heavy. Like I said, I just had the soup, and that's what I'm going to do for today. Okay, so I guess that was the third time that my camera cut off. That means I am talking way too much. So at least I got a chance to tell you guys what's been going on, and, you know, my overall decision as to why I'm not going to be doing the semi-glutide anymore. So that's that. And yeah, guys, so I'll be back probably later today. If not, I'll be back tomorrow. I don't have much going on today, but one never knows. One never knows. Something could come up, and I'm definitely going to let you guys in on it. So I'll talk to you guys later. Okay, so it's a bit later, off work, about 7 o'clock, I guess, and tell me why I had to kick the dogs out. I had to kick them out. They unruly. They bite up. Let me just tell you. They bit up the furniture. Like the ottoman is a dundada. Let's just say that. It needs to go in the trash. They're starting on the sofa. Like, all of it at this point just needs to go in the trash. They've bitten up my curtains that were hanging behind their cages. So I just kicked them out. I kicked them out, got them out on the porch in their cages. Their next step is off the premises. So anybody looking for a cane corso, let me know. Because they are beginning to just be too much for TV, honey. I don't have time for it. But anyway, I'm just going to sit here now and soak these off. Cut these down, soak them off, and do another set. So I think I'm going to do... I saw a couple of black and white sets, so I think I'm going to do another black and white set. But I'll see. I don't know yet, because I'm not going to touch my toes and they're white. So I can pretty much do anything to my hands. Maybe I'll mix it up, I guess. I don't know. Do some spring type colors. I do have some. I wanted to try this gray polish that I have. That's what I wanted to do, but I don't know. I'll decide once I get started. First things first, though. Let me just go ahead and take this polish off. But I have a couple polishes right here that I can probably work with. I do want to do this blue. Let me just let y'all see what that's looking like. Ooh, pretty. Alright, anyway, let me stop fooling around and go ahead and get this to crack-a-lacking. Alright? And I'll be back.